Schnepp, buy or sell these new posters?
Well, you know how much I love Legos. I'm gonna buy it. Yeah, they're cute. Whatever. I can't wait to play the game movie thing. I watched the trailer. I'm building a double couch right now, guys. So.
Everything is awesome for the Lego movie.
Mark, buy or sell that Miller and Lord will direct the Lego movie sequel?
I'm totally buying this. I'm so excited to hear this news. Even if they don't direct it, just the fact that they're going to have their hands on it, on the script.
That they're going to direct it.
I buy that.
You think they will direct it?
Oh, that was the question?
Yes.
I thought it was. I thought they were just asking me if I was happy. I was like, yeah, everything is awesome. No, I think that I don't think they will direct it then. I'm going to sell that. I think Christopher Nolan is going to come in and direct the next Lego movie.
Wow, Andreas, you go right for the heart, don't you? Because if you're going to talk to me, if you want to go the most extreme example with me, talk about the original trilogy.
Because you have said that many times.
I have. And so I'm going to tell you right now, I have what I called my 4 rules of remakes that I like studios to abide by. It's not always the case. Sometimes there are exceptions. But one of the main rules is reboot the film if the majority of the current movie-going generation has not seen the original. Then now you don't always have to stick with that, but that's just one of my guidelines. Obviously, with Star Wars, despite how old it is, the vast majority of the people who are the movie-going audience today have still seen Star Wars. So I don't think there's need for it. But my overall guiding premise still holds. You can reboot Star Wars, make a remake. That's fine. You know why? Because if it sucks, I still have my original trilogy. It's not like all the picture on my original trilogy DVDs suddenly go blurry if you make a bad remake. I still have them. They still exist, and they're still mine to cherish. So go ahead and take a shot if you want to think. Now, of course, they can't do that because they're still going on with the Star Wars universe. So you can't have Superman, Man of Steel 2, and then reboot Superman while Man of Steel 3 is coming out. So that doesn't make any sense. But to highlight my love of this, and talking about current movie-going audiences having seen everything, this is absolutely true. You're going to think I'm exaggerating. I am not. A few years ago, I moved back to East Coast Canada because I had lived out west for a while. So I moved back. I'm single, looking to meet people. So I start dating around a lot. You know, I go with a lot of people, and I kid you not. One question I would ask, there were several questions, but one of the questions I would always ask everybody I get set up on a first date with, like whether it's like some 20-year-old girl, some 21-year-old girl, first question was, have you watched and what do you think of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi? And on a couple of occasions, most of the time they'd seen them when we talk about it, on the couple of occasions that they said, oh, I've never seen those, I swear to God, I'd say,
I'm out.
Then, you know what? We got nothing left to talk about. It didn't matter how hot they were. It didn't matter anything. It's like, you know what? We've got nothing left to talk about. Let's enjoy the rest of our dinner and then part ways as friends. Because I've got no time for you if you haven't seen and appreciate the genius of the original Star Wars trilogy. I'm not talking about the mess of the prequels. I'm not talking about the stupid garbage Clone Wars nonsense. I'm talking the original Star Wars masterpiece. You haven't seen it. You and I got nothing to talk about, lady. Hit the road. So, yeah, that's my diplomatic way of dealing with that stuff.
P.S. Get Kevin Smith on the show already.
Okay, first of all, let me address the last part of that email because you would be surprised how many emails I get. I get at least 7, 8, 9, 10 emails a week of people saying, why don't you have Kevin Smith on your show sometime? Why not? Oh, yeah, because Kevin Smith's banging on my door, begging me to be on my show, and I'm just telling him no. Look, I've been on a radio show with Kevin, I think twice, but he and I have never actually sat down and had a conversation on our own ever. So I don't know Kevin Smith. I don't. I would love to have him. So let me throw it out there, guys who keep yelling at me for not allowing Kevin Smith to be on my show. If you know Kevin and you can talk him into coming in and being on the show, we'd love to have him. I'm a huge Clerks 2, one of my top 5 all-time favorite comedies. So bring him in.
Yeah, 4M is what I call it, or Menglis, Mambla, Fimblim. I always forget which one it is, of 4M or MMMM, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's Scott Pilgrim 2, or I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that looks like the back of that Ant-Man concept suit.
I'm still keeping my fingers crossed as Nathan Fillion, but I really don't think it's going to be.
I wish
it's not going to be.
I wish
but
it was
really
him too, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think for the next 2 weeks before they announce they're going to Zapruder film this thing, they're going to be like checking out, like, oh, his arm looks like this. Is that Nathan Fillion? Yeah.
You could zoom in on this one pixel in the back, and you could see the front of Ant-Man's face.
Exactly.
And now they've got such a great stable of directors under them, from Kenneth Branagh to James Gunn, and now Scott. I think he fits in perfectly.
And Edgar Wright.
I'm still sad about that.
Still sad about
that. But I'm excited about Scott.
All right, what's next?
You had to love his little picture on Twitter last night, just sneaking behind the
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
That was great.
That was a nice little touch.
Hi there. I really enjoy this show and wonder if you can tell me, please, is there any news you can tell me about what also every sci-fi lover also wants asking, are we going to see? Let me try that all again. Steve D, I'm trying to follow you here. Hi there, I'm really hoping, don't edit this, Dennis, I want this all in here. Hi there, I really enjoy the show and I wonder if you can please, is there any news you can tell me about what also every sci-fi lover also wants asking, are we going to see the awesome Silver Surfer anytime soon? The only reason that we went to see the Fantastic Four sequel in the first place.
You did a great job, John.
Thank you very much. I put my nose down and plowed through that one.
I mean, especially when you see the lineup, who sticks out?
Gleason.
The ginger, I mean, the redhead. He basically and he's a good actor.
Josh Trank is on set dressed as Galactus yelling at people while the sets are all burning down.
Josh Trank dressed as
Yeah,
Galactus.
so, yeah, but I like what he's saying.
Hey guys, who do you think will be the surprise favorite when people see Guardians of the Galaxy? Groot, Rocket, or Drax?
Oh,
I mean, Rocket.
I could answer this.
I think Groot.
Oh, yeah.
I think Groot will be the favorite. What do you think?
Drax.
You know what? In that 17 minutes I saw, I was shocked how Drax came across. I really was. I really, really was.
I think Rocket, just because he's talking raccoon.
I think he's like the anti-Yoda. I
Yeah.
want to say that, because I always say that if Yoda had failed in Empire Strikes Back, we're not talking about Empire Strikes Back.
Right, yeah.
Same thing with Rocket. Rocket really needs to deliver, and he doesn't need to deliver in a good, this is a pure raccoon. He's yelling and screaming and shooting guns. That's the one I hope is.
It's much the same way, like if Jar Jar had failed in... Oh, never mind. Okay, what's next?
Darth Diggler writes, any Napoleon Dynamite fans, do you think we will ever see a sequel?
No. Okay, what's next? Not much more elaboration there.
Captain Tight Pants writes, which director would you like to see behind the helm for the new Power Rangers movie to give it a darker tone?
Don't care. Anybody else?
Meh. Pass.
Yeah, I was never into the Power Rangers, so I'm not really invested in any director choice.
You want to go crazy? Get David Fincher to do it.
Which actors pull off the best accents?
Oh.
Meryl Streep.
Oh,
She's done. There's actually
Yeah.
there's a video on YouTube. You can look for it where it's just her doing accents, and I think there's 18 of them in 2 minutes. It's outrageous. Like, this woman has an ear. She can do any accent in the world.
Well, male or female, she's one of the best thespians on the planet. One of the best we've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
To me, the accents that always jump out to me though are the ones that the actors have the accent and they pull off. And I never would have guessed that they weren't just North American born and bred. Because you watch a movie with them, some of these guys are like, yeah, I got to make sure I run downtown today and I got to check in at the hospital, see how my aunt's doing. Cut. Crikey, this was good. Hard one tonight. I'm like, how? Like, that's impressive to me.
It's when you can't hear it in their voice when they're doing like Kevin Costner in Robin Hood. No, I'm just kidding. But
Throwback.
Yeah, you know who's really good actually, and he hasn't done a lot of stuff yet. John Boyega. Who was? I mean, you couldn't.
I didn't understand
some of the
said
stuff
in Attack the
But
Block.
then he was in 24 that just came out. I know we're talking TV here, but his dialect changed. And he was American, and I was like, well, wait a minute. What is he really? And so I think this kid's going to be something special.
I needed subtitles for the first hour of Attack the Block.
Yeah,
I really,
and he clears
really
it up,
did.
man. He's talented. I can't wait to see what he does in Star Wars.